Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check. Audio was included. Mic working. Okay. Good. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of relaxing today. Just chilling out and thought I'd play my favorite Roblox game, Lumber Tycoon 2. Oh, I've got my... I apologize in advance, I've got a... kind of a coughing fit going on. So these I have had to trade people for, but this year's, if we can... Oh, no, no! No, I was just trying to zoom in on it. I like to display it on a post, but I don't feel like messing around with it right now. This year's Halloween pumpkin was wood, so it looks like it's made out of wood. And at night it kind of lights up, which is cool. That's cool. Okay. So, let's see, what... Blueprints, hold on. Nope. Nope. Alright, hold on, it's been a while since I've played. It's my inventory, I don't remember. I think it's X. No, either my buttons aren't working, or this just ain't doing what I think it should do. Okay. So as you see, I've got quite a few different collections of axes. And, yeah, normally I don't take them with me anywhere. Because it's too dangerous, you might lose them. Okay, we're gonna get a small amount of wood today. Just to kind of up my money, I've only got 52,000. Okay. Yep. I remember my controls. Okay, there we go. Hitch it up. Got it? Okay. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you this game's a little glitchy. So you always gotta make sure that you're... Yeah. Yeah, I don't really clean anything up much, do I? I just throw everything everywhere. That's my sleigh that I got last Christmas. Okay. And let's see, we're gonna need double. Anytime I go on a run, I like to get at least 2 of these. Now, the best way I've found without cheating, like some people I play with, they like to cheat to get money out of this. It's kind of how you play the game, really. It's Sorry, the physics are just messing up today, which means this is going to be really, really fun. Alright, so unlike other Tycoon games, you know, normally when you play Roblox, you play a Tycoon game, you build like an assembly line or something like that, and it's just basically, you know, you've got a machine that's just dropping pieces, and it collects those for money, and then you usually put enhancers on them that, you know, do that. This actually is very unique in the way, and I don't know if many of you have played this, but just to kind of show you, like as an example. That tree dying for some reason. But just an example, let's say you want to chop down you want to get money, so obviously you want to chop down trees. Now, we'll just pick this one as an example. Hey, shush you! So I usually like to do this in first person, so... Okay. Sometimes they don't. Okay. So what you do is you just chop up your tree into logs. And this has some pretty good. Like you hit it at the right spot and that falls over like that. That's it's pretty relaxing. I find it pretty relaxing just to kind of chop up trees. I don't know why. Well, actually, I kind of do know why. I used to chop wood. I used to live in Missouri. I used to chop up wood for our fireplace. Psst, our wood burning furnace. And used to do that as a teenager. And honestly, that was like, I learned a lot because that was the first time we had to do it. And I really learned how to, like, go out and chop wood, split wood, etc. And at the time, I was, a teenager, obviously. It's just busy work for me. And you're always like, I don't want to do that, blah, 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 But as I get older, I kind of miss it. Especially now. Quiet down! Especially as, I can't actually physically go do that anymore. Sorry, my dogs are going crazy. It's another thing I don't like about when we moved. I used to have a nice basement where I could go to. And could still get them down the stairs, and now I can't do either of those. So, yeah. To any kids out there watching, all I gotta say is don't take for granted your ability to like get up and run and go play. Don't waste so much life inside playing video games. I mean, video games are fun, but definitely when you get a chance to go outside and play, do it. Because you will miss out. You will miss some stuff as you get older. Okay, so like I was complaining earlier, most Tycoon games, you might recognize this. You got your belt and it goes in there, and your dropper to get stuff. Well, in this one, you don't build your own thing and you just keep expanding it. This one, you actually have to bring the material to it. And of course, this isn't worth much. This is just common, crappy wood. Which you can just pull it in for money. Now, there is one thing you can do with this, and that is, you have your own sawmill type machine that you can put it in, which is kind of like an upgrader from most other games. I mean, I understand the mechanics of it from playing other Tycoon games, but this one it makes it kind of neater. It really does. It makes it to where, instead of you just, I'm just putting stuff down, if you actually feel like you're gathering wood, and you're doing things. So I bought this car. I bought the car. I bought the trailers. I bought my sawmill. I bought all that stuff. Better axes. I bought them. Nope, a little bit of lag. Yeah. All this, believe it or not, is just different types of wood they've had. Including this wood, which I sometimes actually hate. Because it's ice. And it skids, but it is a very cool color. It's not worth a lot of money, though. And, of course, the name of the game is Tycoon, so you're trying to make as much money as possible. Now, normally, what you do is you put it through here. Get you like a piece of wood and put it through here, and it processes it. Today we're going to go for some of the more expensive wood, though, which can get a little bit dangerous to harvest. But we'll go ahead and do it. And basically what we're going for is lava wood, which I think I played this before on my channel, but it was like super choppy and I didn't realize it. So the video wasn't very clear. And of course I do get a bunch of people, like younger people, kids and whatnot. They're always like, hey man, you play Roblox with us, you can come play this and that. I'm like, yeah, I do play Roblox on occasion. This, by far, though, is my favorite Roblox game. And I've spent a lot of time in it. Now, I know, I don't know why I keep coming back to this game, other than the fact that I like the way you can chop down trees. There's something very... like about that. And also, um, so like instead of like Minecraft where like you punch a tree or you chop a tree and the tree just hangs there, this actually has gravity, which I find very aesthetically pleasing. There. Okay, so come on, get in the car. So for this particular type of wood that I get, which is worth the most per cubic foot or meter, however you want to say that, you actually you have to drive in and brave a volcano. You don't want to fall in the volcano, and you don't want to be hit by the like Indiana Jones style boulders that are going to be coming at you. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Sometimes I get nervous and I screw up. But you'll also notice that not only do you have these things coming at you, but you also have your life is going away because it's hot. That's why you need a car. You can't walk this. And then once you get to the top, you're fine. Ah, okay. Now, see these lovely, lovely red trees? These are what you're after. Higher, there be treasure here, yar. Alright. Yeah, I'll just harvest a couple of them. Usually what I like to do is I like to bring a friend with me. Somebody I trust. Because even though this axe right here, this is a $2,000 axe, and it's the best one I think you can buy at the shop. I mean, there's a like a magic ritual thing that you can do. Yeah, which is kind of cool. It's an Easter egg that you can get an even better one, but that one in terms of money, it costs so much more money to do because it's like, I want to say it's almost like $4,000 to get. It might even be more. Okay. Okay, grab, rotate. Yeah, you want to move. You want to move your trees into position by grabbing onto them and then rotating them. Because you can't lift them or pull them, but you can rotate them. You can spin them on an axis, which is it's kind of silly, but it works. Oh, you really want to do it? The physics aren't working with me today. There we go. Try not to kill your car and try not to throw yourself off the mountain. Basically what you want to do is you want to throw it down there to where your trailers are. And you got to watch it because sometimes when it flies that far, it actually like when you chop something down, it like counts as yours. But if it gets too far away from you or it thinks you went offline, it's up for grabs. It's a lot of people. Excuse me. Hey, just not a good day. Sorry about that. Okay. Alright, so you want to get a good couple of trees and fling them down without flinging yourself down. That's kind of... Oh, come on, that was a great tip. Tip it and go. There we go. Okay, 2 trees down there. And the trickiest part is getting back down the mountain. Because, I've never actually tried to race those guys downhill. Let's try that today, shall we? Yeah, that's why I don't do that. Okay. So the good thing is I think I have a backup axe. I can always go to the store and get one. Basic hatchet. Those two are not basic. Silver, there we go. You gotta wind up buying your car back. I'll have to go buy me another axe here in a minute. I always like to keep a backup though in case you do that. But usually what I do is I drive my car straight off the cliff, and then you just have to kind of hope and pray that you don't wreck it on the way down. As long as you land it on all four tires, you're usually okay. If you do wind up wrecking, you gotta walk all the way back to your base, and you gotta re-get your car, etc. That's why this is usually easier with at least 2 people. If you get 3 or more people, the time it pretty much takes you the exact same amount of time. I don't know why. It's like, yeah, the job can be well done with 2, but adding more people to the bunch doesn't usually speed up your productivity. Okay. But the first thing you're gonna want to do is get your trailers back on. Sometimes you can do this when they're attached. Usually you can't. I've been doing this enough times, so I'm pretty sure I can do it. It's just getting him to sit correctly. Of course, sloppy physics are not your friend. There we go. Awesome. Okay. First thing you want to do is do that so that it marks them as your trees. Then you can kind of roll them off of each other. Oh, that's not a good way to start. Yeah, just lay them down flat. I'm not building anything, so I really don't need that. I just come in here and chop all my wood up. Now, if you just turn in this wood, like let's say you don't have money to get a sawmill, which is probably one of the first purchases you should get. But if you're going after this wood, you're going to need the biggest sawmill they made. Because these logs right here are way too thick to be put in anything. And you split them lengthwise, you can only chop coins. So, some pieces you just can't get small enough to get in a sawmill. But I always try to go with like the biggest pieces I can, because that's less pieces you have to pick up and haul, so it's just more efficient. Now, if you're building something, you'd probably want smaller pieces, because you don't want to. This game basically doesn't give you change, so to speak. So if you saw they put this in the sawmill, and you're building like, let's say, a piece of fence, it may only take like, let's say, like 2 feet of wood, but if you've got 8 feet and you put it all in there, it'll just use all of that in the fence, and you'll be short 6 feet of wood. I was clear this morning. I don't know why I'm so. harass me now. There we go. Yeah, so basically you just want to kind of turn this into maneuverable pieces. That might not be too well, as long as it stays over the journey. I never know what's gonna make it. Sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, I'll leave. Like, you can't always take all of it with you. I've got bigger trucks and stuff, but it usually pain in the butt to kind of move. I should try to clear my throat a little bit better there. Alright, so we'll get this chopped up. Then we're going to go sawmill it, and then we'll go turn it in for cash. Yeah, I don't know why, but I just find that very relaxing. Game that I just play off and on. I've been playing it off and on for at least over a year. And, yeah, it's as far as Roblox goes, it's probably definitely my favorite. And, you know, it does have, like, seasonal changes, too, so that's always good. Halloween is cool. They got some Christmas stuff that comes out, too. It's usually cool as well. But, yeah. Yeah, I wish I could do, like, more with this, because, I mean, I'm not really giving an instructional video here on how to make money. Just kind of give you an overview of what's fun about it and what I like about it, so... Yep, just gathering up my red wood. And... I try to get the most piles of it as I can to get out of here, but sometimes I just don't feel like fighting with the stacks. Like today, I don't feel like having to fight with all this wood. See, it starts doing that, and it starts rolling off, and then you're stuck having to come downhill. Let's see. Whoop. Yeah, it's a thicker piece than that, so... I'm gonna try this, get this down. And somebody, whoever they log on, can have that. I'm being generous today. Just grab my thicker pieces and go. See, normally when I got somebody with me, what I'll do is I'll have them drive my big truck with my bigger trailers. I'll have them sitting down here at the bottom of the mountain, chopping up the wood while I'm throwing it down. We can usually get about maybe 3 or 4 good-sized trees. Then we get it all chopped up into logs, and usually what happens is we'll get the big truck going with a couple of big trailers, and that can haul, you know, quite a bit of wood. But I don't know. I'm just kind of being lazy today. I'm just taking it easy and relaxing. So we're gonna take our minimal wood here, and the good thing about this wood is it is worth quite a bit. So, you know, even though I've only got this much wood, which, you know, what 6 logs, 7 logs, something like that, we still get a good couple $1,000s out of it. Yeah, all the other wood, it's like, you don't even get like $100 for a good sized piece of wood. It's like $50 or something. It's just it's so ridiculous in price that it's not even worth like chopping up the minimum trees over here. The only thing you really do those for is like if you're building something and you want a certain color, like you want a certain brown wood or more of the kind of like cherry looking brown. If you want red, you've got to get this, and that just gets expensive. Alright, so grab your wood and just shove it into your sawmill. Now what that's supposed to be kind of representing is it's like taking the bark off and turning it into like 2x4s or whatever, you know, like workable wood. This one I don't know if this is the biggest sawmill they have, and I don't know if it's too thick to go in it. Which happens. Sorry about that. So I'll just send these in. They come out as really big Starburst looking pieces. There we go. Yeah, they usually gotta knock off a piece. This wood is pretty hard to cut through too. I mean, just as a general wood. Oh, really? Yeah, nuts. So that's why I don't like doing that, because like you get these little slivers that I don't like to carry around and mess with. Usually what I try to do, like if that's a straight piece, that's okay. I'll cut off the piece that forks a little more than the other one. Send it in, you won't get as big a piece, but yeah, that's not bad. And you can adjust your settings too, how big you want the piece to come out. You can make it like really thin. I usually go for the biggest possible piece, just because I don't like to carry as many. Alright, so usually what I'll do, and this is gonna get loud, I apologize. Okay. I'd like to hope that's the last one of those I have, but unfortunately not. Alright, so as you can see, I have this floating table saw. I've configured this several different ways, and this seems to be a good configuration that works. And I forget why it's floating, but it has to be up a little bit. So basically I'll turn that on. No, I want to turn it on. No. Toggle, there we go. Yeah, you don't want to touch the blade. Then you gotta kind of hold on to your wood. As you can see, it vibrates so much that it actually... Yeah, you can't hold it on the table. You gotta hold it like here. Gotta kind of levitate it off. There's a good couple of pieces. It cuts through pretty quick. So to watch it, you don't walk into it because it will kill you. You know, pretty much like a sander table saw. There we go. Toggle lever. Alright. So the idea here, I think these are too thick because it won't fit in like going up and down. These things are a little wider than they are tall. I can't talk. Wider than they are tall. So you want to get a piece that will fit in that way. Well, and it can't turn. You gotta. There you go. Gotta kind of rotate it around. Oh, I thought that was too big. That's well, it'll work. Yeah, you get fairly decent chunks in there. It's just you gotta chunk it up. It is kind of a pain in the butt. But you know what? If you're hunting wood, I don't know. I feel kind of good as man. I got this wood so big I can't even. Can't even get it in my thing, man. Then what I do, because I like to have the bigger pieces. This is why. Because it's just easier to transport. Transport, yep. That's gonna fall off. Yes, give me those massively huge pieces. You were supposed to lay down sideways. Or long ways. A little better. That nice big piece there. There, fit it nice and in. Yeah, I mean, this really wasn't really hard to go get, so... Not overly. Usually I have a whole lot of more issues when I do it. Grab some of your smaller pieces. Throw them in. Cricket. Even your little bitty ones. Oh, come on, put them inside. Sometimes you have to wait for the physics to catch up with your car. And sometimes the car just won't go even though you got it. So you have to jump out and back in. Yep. Come on. Usually it's not that bad. It doesn't normally glitch like that. Of course, it doesn't help the game thinks that I'm holding on to the piece. Oh yeah, the physics are not good today. Yeah, let's see. I'm at 52,173. Oh, I get this bad boy in. 53,612. So what's that about? Was that 1,400? I'm not doing the math too good today. Yeah, the skinnier pieces are worth like 3 to 500 a piece, no matter your bigger pieces. I got a big piece once, it was worth a good like 2,500, but yeah, sometimes you gotta sometimes your wood just work with you. So slide sideways. Just run up, grab this piece up here. Yeah, I started at 52,170 some odd dollars. Now I'm at 59. Is it 58 or 59? It's like 59. I'm planning on doing more recording today, but I might not be able to. I keep coughing. Alright, so made it up to 60, so at least... It definitely wasn't a big haul, and I didn't get all the wood. But I made enough to say, hey, I made some money. Let's do a little cleanup, because even these small pieces are worth a couple hundred. Yep, and always remember to park your stuff on your land, because if you don't, it'll just disappear. And then you have to pay to get it back out again. So, alright. Anyway, I'm going to leave this episode here. Like I said, I'm just kind of chilling out, relaxing. I want to thank you guys for watching it.